First, to structure our game, we start with the data questions. The idea was to analyze different angles, from women's participation in STEAM to the barriers they face and the influence of female models. We also explored how games can motivate, educate, and spark emotions in this context. Finally, we look up for information on sites like STEM Women or the World Bank in order to guide us in defining the problem and finding a solution. In our analysis, we identified several challenges behind the low participation of women in STEM. Beyond the numbers, stereotypes still shape the idea that these careers are difficult or meant only for men. Many women lack motivation and role models to look up to, which makes the sector less appealing. Additionally, educational games are often perceived as boring and fail to connect, especially with women. These combined factors highlight the barriers that we must address.
Our illusions. The first one is that the women get inspired by our game to study STEAM careers. Another illusion could be to find a biggest motivation through the game to study STEAM careers. And another illusion that we have is to highlight all the strengths and opportunities that women have in the industry. Our vision is to inspire other young women to participate in STEAM careers. This through a dynamic game that allow them to realize their abilities and to explore the ways they can have success in the industry.
Using the phrase challenge as question tool, we turn our main problems into creative solutions to guide how our board game will promote women's participation in STEM.
During our brainstorming process, we started by asking ourselves what could actually make girls more interested in STEAM careers. So we started by throwing out ideas and asking ourselves other questions like whether the game should be competitive or include cooperation. We also knew that we wanted the game to be visually appealing to reach out to those female and teenage audiences. After that, we began thinking about the format, should it be a board game, a card game, and about how to balance challenges with knowledge-based questions. We also wanted to keep the game agile, so we also talked about keep the pace using a sun timer. Additionally, as we were about the gender gap in STEAM, we realized that our ideas needed to focus on energy and confidence. We needed to focus on doing more than just a game, but helping girls feel that they truly belong in STEAM.
So after we finished the brainstorming, we had a really good idea of what we wanted to create for our game. But to be sure, we implemented the force connection model by linking random objects to our game. So this will allow us to create new ideas and adapt the game as much as possible. So for the force connection model, we chose to use elements that have to do with sports. And the first one is tennis ball. In this case, the tennis ball inspires us like the bouncing, good energy. You have to focus in order to have good rally, like in tennis. And in our game, it's exactly the same. We have to react pretty much immediately and grab the totem as soon as possible. And the next object is a racket of tennis. In this case, inspire precision, control, good technique. Exactly like in the game, you have to grab the totem and be extremely precise to not miss it. We have thought about different ideas, like the precision card, the target challenge, the string tension, but none of them were good enough to keep in the game, but we consider them at one point, but finally discard them at the end. So the last object is energy drink, and when we looked at the attributes, we noticed that we had already many of the elements that have the energy drink in our game. So it's not supposed to be related, but in this case, we had already implemented many of the aspects of the energy drink in our game. So we didn't have to look for more ideas because we already had pretty much everything inside the game already.
In our case, we used the scamp method to make it creative and meaningful. We substituted regular prizes with female scientists and combined logic challenges with the real-life stories. Then we adapted popular games, modified the board with labs and inventions, and put it another use as learning tool for schools. We also eliminated stereotypes, and we arranged the scoring to reward teamwork. Our goal is to make science fun, inclusive, and inspiring for the next generation of girls.
Now we have Rumble STEAM challenges. Our challenges are divided into 5 categories, each category being each of the layers of STEAM. So we have science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Every one of our challenges is designed to reflect the skills and mindset of each field. So together these challenges show that STEAM isn't just about knowledge, it's about curiosity, teamwork, and creativity. Our first category is science, which is all about curiosity, observation, and experimentation. Each card pushes players to think like scientists, testing ideas and connecting facts, and also applying real knowledge under pressure, just like in a real lab. Next, we have our technology challenges, which focus on logic, creativity, and problem solving. They simulate how real tech works through coding patterns, fast reactions, and fixing bugs under pressure, turning quick thinking into innovation.
These engineering challenges focus on 3 key concepts: structural thinking, understanding how things connect, balance, and stand; design process, planning, testing, and improving ideas step by step; and functionality, making sure every creation has a purpose and actually works. For the mathematical challenges, we use 3 main ideas: logic and reasoning to train the brain to find patterns and solutions quickly, playful competition to make math exciting and interactive, and real-world connection showing that numbers are part of everything we do.
Finally, we have the art challenges, which highlight creativity, expression, and interpretation. They let players communicate through movement, color, and imagination, showing that art in STEAM is about emotion, connection, and thinking beyond words.
Moving to the MDA framework, our core mechanics focus on quick reactions and decision making. Players reveal cards, search for matches, and must be fast enough to grab the central figure. Losing a round doesn't end the game, but pushes players to face new challenges under time pressure. The additional mechanics bring unpredictability and variety. They create moments where everyone plays at once, the flow of turns can suddenly change, or players face new twists that keep the game dynamic and exciting until someone runs out of cards. We wanted the dynamics of our game to create a constant interaction. Players face moments of tension, chaos, and competition, but also opportunities for cooperation and strategy. This mix keeps the experience unpredictable, engaging, and fun. While aesthetics describe the feelings the game provokes, players only enjoy learning while playing, connecting with others, laughing at mistakes, and feeling both excitement and a bit of frustration. All these emotions make the experience richer and more memorable.
In our price list, we have that our pluses is that it's an entertaining and a dynamic game. Our opportunities is that we could add some challenges and questions about scientific women. Our issues is that some topics maybe seem so difficult for the students. And our new thinking is that we could simplify our questions and challenges to a better understanding of the topic. So in our sisters and resistors, we have the students and teachers that are motivated to participate in an active way in the activity. We have also an attractive design and a dynamic and easy to understand game. And our resistors are not active teachers and students, or boring game style or lack of connection with the students.
For the action steps of our project, we focus on turning our idea into real actions. First, our team design will create the first prototype of board and cards. Then, we'll test the game with a group of female students and collect their feedback. After that, we'll improve the visual and the rules to make it more engaging. And finally, we'll promote it on social media and present it to the company for production. Our goal is to inspire more girls to explore STEAM careers through creativity and fun.
To finish this stage, we make a survey to different people. We got some responses from teenagers that are choosing their careers, and more of the half are women. We found that most participants value a game that's fun but also teaches useful things, and includes references from different areas. Many also showed interest in STEAM careers, especially when they are presented in a practical and entertaining way. In short, our target wants a dynamic, educational game with STEAM challenges, where every round sparks creativity and the desire to keep learning. For them, our proposal sounds interesting and useful.